Okay, so money, money, money. We can't have medical care or research without money. And actually, when you think about those kind of buckets, they're pretty expensive. It's not like $1 goes a really long way in medical care. So you can see how we grew. Over the last few years, we've given 11.7 million. You can see our gross revenue, and then you can see what we gave directly to our affiliates that you saw in that model, the Medical Care Center and the Rocky Mountain Alzheimer's, and then the Cernic Institute. We work really hard. You can see from below, for many years, we only had 3 people, then 7 people. So it's a Mike Freezeism. I don't know if people know Mike Freeze, but he always says, we punch above our weight. I think we do that. I think we punch above our weight. And so with very few people, we've been able to touch directly. These are the number of people with Down syndrome served. Of course, when you have research or medical care guidelines that doctors in rural communities are using, we're touching people we can't even count. But these are the people that we can count. And you can kind of see our growth in terms of revenue. And you can see how our expenses are being spent and then how our revenue, where it goes to, we're pretty darn good, Last year it was about 18%, this year about 20% for admin and overhead. So a lot of it goes directly to the causes. Challenges. I love this cartoon. We could try a larger monitor with an ergonomic glare filter, but you're still going to get headaches if you keep banging your head against the screen. That is so me. And so there are so many challenges in the nonprofit world. It is unbelievable. I thought for-profit was like a cakewalk compared to nonprofit. Hiring excellent staff. The perfect example is nonprofit is not an industry. Down syndrome is not an industry. If I'm in the cable TV industry, which I was, and one position is the program acquisitions manager, which everybody wants to be because they're like, can I go to Cannes? Can I go to Telluride? Can I go? And so these program acquisitions people are sourcing the movies and TV dramas for your channel. And I'm going to poach from HBO, even from Bravo sometimes, Showtime, whatever, and they already know what to do. And they already have a relationship with Buena Vista and Sony Classics and blah, blah, MGM and whatever. So they come with the relationships. They come with the skill set. They know exactly what to do on day one. And here I am so can you do marketing and development for Down syndrome? You bet I can. It's really? So it's so tough to find a good fit in terms of personnel because there is no such thing as the nonprofit industry or certainly the Down syndrome industry. And then every year we're hand to mouth. Every year we start at 0 and we have to start back up again, which was so weird. In the cable industry, we had 3 to 5 year long contracts. And so you didn't rest on your laurels. You had to meet all the benchmarks of the 3 to 5 year contract or you'd lose it. But here it's starting all over again every year. So I just did this quick thing. And all that is to say is that it was tougher in the nonprofit than it was in Asia. And, really getting foreign programming and ownership into media markets in Asia was not easy. It was not an easy lobby. But this was so much harder, I felt. Global's report card, A+ and an F. Okay, so launching a world-class pediatric medical care center for patients with Down syndrome and Children's Hospital, A+. Research, preeminent research, A+. Life-changing transformative science, A+. Creating local training programs, A+. Award-winning magazine, A+. Prenatal testing pamphlet, A+. Everything, A+. What we do is almost amazing when you think of the volume of what we do. NIH research funding for Down syndrome, and F. For 10 years we worked on this, and it either just stayed flat or went down. And we were we stink. Until this. Dun, dun, dun. So in October of last year, we were asked finally to testify before the all-powerful Subcommittee of Appropriations that had oversight of the NIH budget.
Can you start that over? Than I do. Whatever.
Should I start that over? I didn't hear it. Okay. Why don't we start that over? And then this guy changed everything. So 3 of the 4 witnesses asked to testify were our people. And Frank Stevens, who
One
is
knows more about life with Down syndrome than I do. Whatever you learn today, please remember this. I am a man with Down syndrome, and my life is worth living.
So it was really, yeah. It was 5 minutes. He's one of the few self-advocates who can really talk about the Alzheimer's Down syndrome connection and then like throw in like these funny zingers like Kira Phillips, she was my first. But what was so amazing about this was that the left and the right were all united. They were like, this is wrong. This is weird. We didn't know about this. We need to change it. So they were completely united, and they said it was the first time in any of their history, and some of these have been there for a long, long time in Congress, that there has been a standing ovation at any hearing that they've ever been to. So it was amazing. And his C-SPAN testimony, which is 5 minutes long, went viral, and it got close to 200 million views. Huge, huge. And from that, now, for the first time ever, they increased the budget from essentially 27 million to 58 million. So it's our first increase. We have a long way to go to catch up with autism, which is at 280 million, et cetera, but it's a step in the right direction. So we no longer get an F.